Your present self is living the life that your past self envisioned and created. Your present self is also laying the foundation for your future self. Yeah, Rastafari.
So long, Rastafari, call you so long.
So long, Rastafari, call you so long.
For your enemies surround you, trying to devour you. So long, Rastafari, call you so long. So long, Rastafari, call you so long. So long, Rastafari, call you so long. For your enemies surround you, trying to devour you. So long, Rastafari, call you so long. So long, Naya Bingi, call you so long.
The 12 long pressers.
So long, Naya Bingi, call you so long.
Trample all wickedness.
For your enemies surround you, trying to devour you. So long, Naya Bingi, call you so long. So long.
So long, Naya Bingi, Rastafari, I call you and the I out there. Yes, I Live View TV. Continue with Ruben, the Reubenites. Testimony of Ruben. Happy Earth Strong, all Reubenites. Blessed be Rastafari. Testimony of Ruben, the firstborn, the son of Jacob and Leah. Ruben, the firstborn son of Jacob and Leah, the man of experience, counsel against fornication, and point out the way in which men are most apt to fall in error. Verse 1, the copy of the testimony of Ruben, even the commandment which he gave his sons before he died in 125 years of his life. 2 years after the death of Joseph, his brother, when Reuben fell ill, his son and his son's sons were gathered together to visit him. And he said to them, My children, behold, I am dying, and go to the way of thy fathers. And seeing there Judah, Gad, and Asher, his brethren, he said to them, Raise I up, that I may tell to my brethren and to my children what things I have hidden in thy heart. Behold, now at the length I am passing away. He arose and kissed them, and said unto them, Hear, my brethren, do ye, my children, give ear to Reuben your father in the commands which I give unto you unto the eye. Behold, I call to the witness against you this day, the God, the Elohim of heaven, that he will walk not in the sins of thy youth and fornication, wherein I was poured out and defiled the bed of thy father Jacob. I tell thee that he smite I with a sure plague in thy lions for 7 months, and had not my father Jacob prayed for I to Yahushua, Yahushua would have been destruction and destroy the eye. For I was 30 years old when I wrought the evil things before you, the Lord Yahushua, and for 7 months I was sick unto death. After this I repented with set purpose of my soul for 7 years before the Lord Yahushua, and wine and strong drink. I drink not, flesh enter not into my mouth, and I ate no pleasant food, but I mourn over my sin, for it was great, such as has not been in Israel. And now hear I, children, what things I saw concerning the 7 spirits of deception when I repented. 7 spirits therefore are appointed against man, and they are the leaders in the works of thy youth. Verse 13. And 7 other spirits are given to him at his creation, that through them should be done every work of man. First is the spirit of life, with which the constitution of man is created, aerated. The second is the sense of sight, with which arose desire. The third is the sense of hearing, with which cometh teaching. The fourth is the sense of smell, with which tastes are given to draw air and breath. The fifth is the power of speech, with which cometh knowledge. The sixth is the sense of taste, and with which cometh eating of meat and drinks, and by its strength is produced, for in food is the foundation of strength. The seventh is the power of the procreation and sexual intercourse, with which true love of pleasure sins enter in. Wherefore it is the last in order of creation, and the first in that of the youth, because it is filled with ignorance, and leadeth the youth as a blind man to a pit, and as a beast to perceptive. Beside all these there is an 8th spirit of sleep, with which is brought about the trance of nature and the image of death, which those spirits are mingled, and the spirit of error. First, the spirit of fornication is set in the nature and in senses. The second is the spirit of insatiableness in the belly. The third, the spirit of fighting in the liver and gall. The fourth is the spirit of subservience and trickery, that through offense, attention, one may be fear in seeing. He says the fifth is the spirit of pride, and one may be boastful and arrogant. The sixth is the spirit of lying, prediction, and jealousy, to practice deceit and concealment from kindreds and friends. The seventh is the spirit of injustice, with which are theft and act of rapacity, that a man may fulfill the desire of his heart. For injustice working together with the other spirits by taking of gifts. And with all these the spirit of sleep is joined, which is that of an error, fantasy. So perished every young man, darkening in his mind from the truth, and not understanding the law of God, of Yahweh Elohim, the self-existent one, who